Bankman-Fried, who was supposed to say today, "I effed up." Those were the exact words of his testimony before the House Financial Services Committee, the House Banking Committee as well, except for the fact that he wasn't able to give that testimony because he was in jail. There are bad days, and then there are Sam Bankman-Fried-like bad days that he had today. Rather than basking in the Bahamian Sen, the disgraced crypto king now sits in jail awaiting possible extradition to the United States. SEC 2 counts of civil securities fraud, CFTC 2 counts of fraud. The Department of Justice has filed 8 separate charges, including conspiracy to commit money laundering, conspiracy to defraud the U.S. and violate campaign finance laws, along with a number of other charges for misappropriating funds from investors. Just so we're all on the same page, SBF, as he's known, started FTX, a crypto exchange. He became a billionaire thanks to zero oversight and alleged fraud. FTX promised people it was a crypto bank. In other words, their money, their cryptocurrency, was safe. The government alleges Fried then illegally took the money from customers' accounts and loaned it to Alameda. Alameda is his personal trading company. From there, bad bets compounded and customers lost everything because Alameda lost everything. Today, before Congress, the man now in charge of FTX and its bankruptcy testified about how we got here.
The FTX group's collapse appears to stem from absolute concentration of control in the hands of a small group of grossly inexperienced and unsophisticated individuals who failed to implement virtually any of the systems or controls that are necessary for a company entrusted with other people's money or assets.
The DOJ alleges that was intentional, right? That's what a fraud is. Originally, SBF said he would testify. As we said, he's in jail. You can imagine Maxine Waters wanted to ask him a few questions. She blew him a kiss when he testified before her committee a few months ago, last year. SBF flooded Washington with cash. He became a favorite son of crypto and lobbied hard for favorable regulatory status. He was one of the largest donors to political campaigns over the past year. Congressman Brad Sherman is a member of the House Financial Services Committee with us now. Congressman, we appreciate you being with us. Thank you. And look, credit where credit's due. You've always been skeptical of cryptocurrency and pushed for more regulation. December 7th, 2021, Sam Bankman-Fried testified before your committee. What does it say that someone was, in the words of the DOJ, of the prosecutor, was able to perpetrate one of the biggest financial frauds in American history while he was testifying before the committee, and nobody asked questions and was able to find that out?
Well, you only have 5 minutes. I don't know if you can quite get a criminal to confess his crimes right there. I'm not just a skeptic of cryptocurrency. I have called for 5 years to prohibit all Americans from investing in crypto. And Sam Bankman-Fried is not just a snake in the crypto garden. Crypto is a garden of snakes, and Americans should not be investing in it.
You wrote this in a statement. A great deal of attention has been given to the former FTX CEO's political donation to Democrats in the tens of millions of dollars. However, we've seen Ryan Samale, CEO of the Bahamas-based FTX markets, donate $23 million to Republican candidates, campaign groups, and the like. Did you get any money? If so, would you give it back? Should all politicians give back the money from these guys?
Well, they spent money against me and several of my allies in Congress, and we all prevailed. Obviously, if he received money from Sam Bankman-Fried, it wasn't his money. He stole it from the customers, and that money should be returned not to Sam Bankman-Fried, but to the customers. That being said, we ought to have public financing in this country. It's simply absurd to be in a situation where the crypto billionaire bros are spending money, and of course lobbyists here in Washington, pushing for crypto to get light regulation, whereas there is no lobbyist, there is no PAC pushing for the U.S. dollar to be our sole currency, for effective tax enforcement, for effective bankruptcy law enforcement, sanctions enforcement, all of which it is the announced purpose of crypto to try to make it impossible.